This is Decision 2024, the stakes for Colorado. And tonight, our Mark Salinger looks at Kamala Harris's economic plan.
In a state that keeps getting more expensive to live in, Kamala Harris promises to make everything from groceries, housing, and having children more affordable. Whether her policies will actually do that is up for debate.
And I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
Harris touted her first economic policy proposal of her campaign just last week. While the plan is short on specifics, the campaign says the ban on price gouging in the grocery industry would help bring down food prices.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult in the current retail environment to try to implement any sort of price controls.
Jack Buffington is the program director of supply chain management at the University of Denver. While several states already have price gouging laws, critics warn more attempts to cap food prices could lead to a lack of supply. It comes at a time when the future of Colorado's largest grocery stores is also in question. If the proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons goes through, competition for food prices could also be lessened.
If there even is a possibility to achieve price controls, it could impact supply, which perpetuates the cycle of availability, which increases prices in the long run.
If there's one industry people in Colorado know is expensive, it's real estate. Harris has proposed a $25,000 credit for first-time homebuyers.
Well, this could potentially be a game changer for a buyer that has essentially been sidelined for the last year or so. 9
News real estate expert Lane Lyon says more money in buyers' pockets is always good, but it could also raise home prices everywhere if people have more cash to spend. The plan would also focus on building more affordable housing.
It's just a matter of how it's going to be delivered. Is it going to be a credit? Is it going to be an incentive? Is it some type of cash flow at the beginning? Those are questions that we still don't know, and it will make a difference on what these transactions look like.
Frankly speaking, there's some political appeal to what she said, but I think it's economically illiterate.
As with most things in politics, whether a plan is good or bad depends on who you ask. Jake Fogelman with the Libertarian Independence Institute says Harris's plans will increase prices at the grocery store and in the housing market.
It's economics 101. Price controls result in shortages, and I don't think consumers are going to be happier by not having the products they want than by paying a little bit more for them.
I do think Colorado would be a better place if her policies were enacted.
Andrea Kuick with the liberal Bell Policy Center argues Harris's policies would make Colorado more affordable for everyone, especially those who need the most help.
So anything that can really tamp down those prices can have a really big impact.
One thing both candidates agree on: ending taxes on tips.
We are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
And eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
After Trump floated the idea, Harris endorsed it soon after. Vice President Harris has also proposed giving parents of newborn children a $6,000 tax credit. So while the tax credits could help children out of poverty and give families struggling to support their kids a much-needed boost, it would likely come with a hefty price tag. J.D. Vance on the Republican side, of course, has also proposed a $5,000 tax credit that Republicans would bring forward. Kyle?
Marcus, we've talked about throughout the week one reason that we are applying a special scrutiny to the proposals that are coming out of the Harris camp is because of this very unique situation where she's accepted her party's nomination before she comes out and says, here are the specific things that I'm going to do.
Yeah, the economy is one of the few topics that we actually have some policy behind what she's talking about, though there's still very little specifics on what those policies would actually look like. We're trying to dissect them, and hopefully, Kyle, we learn more tomorrow when she gives that big DNC speech accepting the nomination in Chicago.
I think that we're going to see, hopefully, a lot of those policies and proposals fleshed out in the coming weeks. Mark Salinger, thank you very much. You can see all of our Decision 2024, the Stakes for Colorado reporting on 9news.com in the next section. There, you'll also find the 5 in-depth reports that we did on Donald Trump's policies during the Republican National Convention.